Is your Monstera growing yellow leaves and you have no idea if it's drowning, starving, or just being dramatic? Don't throw that leaf away just yet, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a super simple yellow leaf decoder so you can look at a single leaf and instantly know, am I overwatering, underwatering, or dealing with something way worse, like root rot? And if you stick with me to the end, you'll be able to look at your plant and say, yep, I know exactly what's wrong and exactly how to fix it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm the plant doctor, plant rescue nerd, and author of the Monstera Survival Handbook, how to instantly spot symptoms, cure common plant illnesses, and protect your Monstera from pests, diseases, and root rot. Over the last few years, I've looked at hundreds of Monstera photos in my DMs, and there's one pattern I see over and over. A leaf turns yellow, you Google it, you get 20 different answers, and in the paddock, you either drown your plant in more water or you stop watering completely. Both can make things worse. Here's why you should care right now. Yellow leaves are like your plant's check engine light. Ignore them, and you can end up with root rot, lost leaves, and a very expensive green stick in a pot. But if you learn to read those yellow leaves, you can catch problems early, save your plant, and get back to that lush jungle vibe you wanted in the first place. Quick heads up before we dive into the exact steps. If you're the kind of plant parent who wants a complete roadmap for Monstera health, not just yellow leaves, but pests, diseases, root rot, all of it, I put everything into one place in my book, the Monstera Survival Handbook. How to instantly spot symptoms, cure common plant illnesses, and protect your Monstera from pests, diseases, and root rot. Right now, for a limited time and limited copies, you can grab it for 50% off with the code MonsteraPro. After those discounted copies are gone, the price goes back up. So if you know you want a long-term Monstera rescue guide, the link is waiting for you in the description. All right, let's decode those yellow leaves. Before we talk about specific problems, you need a simple framework. Whenever you see Monstera yellow leaves, ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1, where is the yellow? Is it just the oldest bottom leaves or random leaves higher up? Question 2, how is it yellowing? Is it fully yellow? Yellow with brown crispy edges? Yellow with black mushy spots? Question 3, what's happening with the soil? Is it always wet or bone dry and pulling from the sides of the pot? Let's do a quick micro example. If your very bottom, oldest leaf is turning yellow, while newer leaves are still dark green and your plant otherwise looks happy, that can actually be normal aging. Leaves don't live forever. But if newer leaves are yellowing, or you see multiple yellow leaves at once, that's a sign something in your care routine is off. Takeaway: don't panic at a single old yellow leaf. Do pay attention if you see a pattern or if the yellow is moving upwards. Now that you know how to look, let's talk about the #1 cause of Monstera yellow leaves, and it's what almost everyone gets wrong.
If your soil is staying wet for days, your pot has no drainage, or you show love by watering all the time, there's a good chance your yellow leaves are shouting, "I can't breathe down here." Here are the typical signs of overwatering in Monstera. Multiple leaves turning yellow at once. Leaves that look limp, not crispy. Yellow areas with dark, mushy spots. Soil that smells funky or sour. And a pot that feels heavy, even a week after watering. Imagine this. You water your Monstera every 3 days on a strict schedule, no matter what. It's sitting in a decorative pot with no drainage hole. Leaves start turning a pale yellow, then some get brown mushy patches. That's not too much sun. That's your roots starting to suffocate and possibly rot. Here's what to do. First, stick your finger 1 to 2 inches into the soil. If it's still wet, do not water. Check moisture with the finger or a chopstick instead of using a calendar. Make sure your pot has a drainage hole and a well-draining mix, not just heavy garden soil. If you suspect root rot, gently unpot the plant, trim off any black, mushy roots, and repot in fresh, chunky soil. Takeaway: yellow plus limp plus wet almost always means overwatering or root issues, not my plant is thirsty. But wait, what if your yellow leaves look dry and crispy and the soil feels like a desert? That's a totally different problem, and it's our next culprit. Let's flip the script. You touch the soil and it's bone dry. It's pulled away from the sides of the pot. The yellow leaves have brown, crispy edges, especially at the tips. That's the classic underwatering and low humidity combo. Here's a quick example. Your Monstera is right next to a heater vent. You forget to water for 2 or 3 weeks. Leaves start yellowing from the edges inward, and they feel crispy and papery. Here's how to fix it. Deeply water until it drains out the bottom. Don't just sprinkle. Make sure water is actually soaking through the soil, not running down dry gaps. Add a humidity boost. Group your plants, use a humidifier, or move away from blasting heaters. Takeaway: yellow plus crispy plus dry soil means your Monstera is thirsty or parched by dry air, not drowning. Quick question for you. Based on what you've seen so far, which team are you on? Team 1, overwaterer. Team 2, underwaterer. Team 3, not sure yet. Drop a 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. I love seeing where everyone's at, and I might even reply with some personalized tips. All right, quick reset in case you got distracted by your own plants. We've covered overwatering and underwatering. But the weird thing is, sometimes your watering is fine, and your Monstera still gets yellow leaves. That's where light comes in.
Monstera are jungle plants. They love bright, indirect light. Too dark or too bright, and they start complaining, often with yellow leaves. Let's talk about too little light first. Here are the signs. The plant is stretching toward the window. New leaves are smaller, paler. Soil stays wet for a long time because it's not drying out. Leaves may turn a dull yellow-green before dropping. Imagine your Monstera is 3 meters away from a north-facing window. You water decently, but the soil never seems to dry. Leaves slowly lose their deep green, look tired, and start yellowing one by one. To fix that, move it closer to a window or to a brighter spot, still avoiding harsh, direct midday sun. Now, too much direct sun looks very different. You'll see yellowing with brown, burnt patches on the side facing the window. Leaves feel a bit crispy in those burnt areas. It looks like a sunburn, because it kind of is. For example, you put your Monstera in a south-facing window with harsh afternoon sun. Leaves start getting yellow with tan, scorched spots where the sun hits hardest. To fix that, pull it back a bit from the window or use a sheer curtain to soften the light. Takeaway: if your care routine hasn't changed, but you move the plant or the season's changed, light may be the silent reason behind your yellow leaves.